Welcome to the podcast, Neighbors Don't Knock, the show where two neighbors drop by for conversations that are fun, relevant, and downright hilarious. Join them and special guests in their mission to talk about anything and everything and laugh about it no matter what. Now, here's your hosts, Brian Chambers and Philip Goffrey.
So you're a fellow podcaster. You've taken it upon yourself to go out and market your opinions and your services and sort of try to help with your mentorship in a very free and open way. And I find that kind of fascinating. And your podcast is called Solopreneur Money, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your focus now is much more on small business, than just being a general sort of do everything FA. It looks like you really kind of tailored yourself towards, people like us, people that have smaller, I don't want to say worlds, because that's not correct, but because, some people can have small businesses that are absolutely gigantic and very lucrative in terms of revenues and whatnot. But how did that come to be? How did you decide that you wanted to focus your efforts on kind of entrepreneurs and small business mentalities versus, just the normal pool that everyone kind of falls into for an FA?
That's an awesome question. And thanks for asking that. About 4 years ago, I reached a point with my practice that I was just getting bored. I literally was like, okay, I kind of got this thing down. I'm working, I could probably do this in 20 to 25 hours a week. All right, well, I'm going to go play golf 3 days a week in the short summer that we do have in South Dakota. And
that was your summer, right?
Oh, wow. I was going to say 3 weeks,
exactly.
But you get 3 days.
Yeah. It was over before you know it. So anyways, I was like, I'm going to go play golf. By
hole 9, you're like, winter's coming.
Okay, you get 3 weeks of summer, 3 days of sunshine. Go swing a club.
Exactly. Get it done now. And make sure you have bourbon with you, because that's the best way to play golf. So anyways.
That's the best way to do anything.
That's right.
Exactly. And so I started to get bored. And when I started to get bored, I started to, go try to do other things. And I realized I didn't want to play golf, 3 days a week. 1 or 2 was enough, etc. And so I sat back and I looked at my practice and I said, all right, who do I really have the most fun working with? Like literally fun. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about anything else. Just who do I have the most fun with? So I listed all my clients and I went through and I just started to notice patterns of my favorite clients. They all were solo business owners or husband and wife teams, or maybe a business owner with 1 employee. And I honed in on that. And I started looking for more characteristics, and all the planning I was doing and the advice that I was doing and the relationships that were built. It all came back around to, this is who I want to work with for the rest of my career.
And you couldn't have given a better answer, Matt. That's such a lovely, lovely and concise answer. I really appreciate you opening up and sharing it. What I find so fascinating about it, when I was looking at your podcast and Brian was telling me the story about how you two met, it doesn't seem to me that you kind of summed this up in your answer already, but it doesn't seem to me that you need to have the podcast element, that you need to have that as a marketing tool. You're just doing it to honestly share your experience and your advice and services. And then obviously I'm sure you aren't going to turn down any new clients who call you up and have a real need for you.
Unless it's us.
Unless it's us.
It's like, I already did your podcast.
No misfits. No misfits like us. I've got a question about the book.
Mm-hmm.
Is it your first book that you've written?
Yeah, my first real book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the most surprising thing about writing a book, whether it be the hardest or just the most out of left field that you never saw coming? What do you think? Like, I've always thought about trying to sit down and writing various projects, various types of probably smaller books for me, shorter ones. But the one thing
you're not doing your memoirs.
My memoirs. No, I gotta sell more snowboards before I come out with memoirs. But
take up golf before you start your memoirs.
Yeah. All the fear aside, the one thing that kind of has kept me from doing it is just that I can't pin down variables. right? Like, I don't know how much time I need to plan, how much time I need to set aside every day or every week to do the writing, the actual work, things like that, the outlining. Do I need editors? Do I need to do dictation? Blah, 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 blah. But for you, what was the most surprising thing? What just shocked you about writing a book?
Well, let me tell you what I did, and then I'll fill that piece in. I hired a company called Scribe. Scribe is a company out of Austin, Texas. Scribes,
I like them already.
Scribe used to be called Book in a Box. Well, what Scribe does is
that sounds very dirty. Sorry, I'm sorry, Gabe. That sounds like I've been fooled before.
You know what you did? You know what you did, Brian, is you went down the Saturday Night Live skit is what you did.
I did. That's exactly where my brain went. We were like, Book in a Box. I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Hi, this is Gabe Nelson, and you're listening to Neighbors Don't Knock.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. For more videos and fun, subscribe to the channel. Catch full episodes wherever you get your podcast or go to neighborsdon'tknock.com.